Hello lads, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of this Blackburn Rovers career mode, and in today we're just going to fly through as many games as possible and get to the first knockout stage of the Champions League. Now I mentioned it last time, but I think this is what we're going to do. We're pretty much going to sim through the most of January. I don't feel like we need to add anybody else to this team. This is a very strong squad, and of course we're trying to get this series done. We're trying to get this season done. We have Marseille coming up in the next round of the Champions League, so that's massive. There's potential to play Chelsea again. I don't know what we'll do here, but I definitely want to get at least both legs of the Marseille game in. So that does mean we're going to have to do a lot of simming. We're going to see what kind of bids we get, but we're just going to kick it off here. We're going to go through, we're going to sim a few games, see what kind of bids we get for players, but most likely going to keep everyone. We're going to get knocked out of the FA Cup there, but that's not the goal this year. The big goal is to win the Champions League. Now we do get a first bid in now for Bassi from Espanyol. He's been subject to a lot of bids, but Espanyol is definitely not somewhere we would be looking to sell him. It would take an insane bid to let our best central defender go. A week on and it's only a draw against Crystal Palace, but let's see now if we've got any more big bids coming in. So here we go. We've got quite a few bids. Got McKinney, Brentford, absolutely not. One for Ortiz as well. It's going to be a swap deal. Again, we're just going to reject these. These are key players to the team. Bravo, I'd maybe be interested, but I feel like he's had so many rotation minutes this year. There's no way that we'd let him go. Matt Turner, of course, we're going to need him. And that bid from Newcastle is pretty pathetic for Marcus Rashford. This might possibly be the quickest window we've ever done as well, because there's usually so much business to do as we go on and beat Fulham there, but I just feel like this time round there isn't. I've never been happier with a squad going into the rest of the season. And although we keep getting piles of bids here, now pair Schürrle coming in, Espanyol, because they wanted Bassi, now they want Schürrle. Rico Lewis has been subject to bids near enough the entire time he's been here, more for Bravo, but I just don't see any reason to move any of these players on. And if we were trying to replace them, we'd be replacing them with very similar players that are going to do exactly the same thing as what we've already got. The team chemistry here is good. That is from Real Madrid. But again, Centellis is playing for a team right now that could do the double of a Premier League and of the Champions League, which is just huge. This one here for Bassi again is getting a little bit more up there, but I just don't see the need to accept any of them. There would be potential that if we don't win the Champions League, we fell short of the Premier League, that if we were continuing this save, Bassi may then leave it next season because there's a lot of big bids for him. There's a lot of people wanting him, but as of right now, I don't see any reason why Bassi would want to leave. But we're just going to keep skipping forward. Hopefully get the win against Newcastle. It's a good result. It's another 3-2 victory. And that near enough takes us here to the end of January. There'll probably be some more bids. The board are unhappy with me just purely because of the FA Cup thing. Bid here for Vega. Let's reject that. There's going to be one for Cole Palmer. Absolutely not. Richards, Manchester United. Definitely not letting go one of our star young players. Kubo, I probably would be open to selling him, but if we get an injury on the right, we can't afford to see him go. Now, objectives-wise, it is a little bit weird because it's just the FA Cup that has plummeted this objective, and it was only a medium. We've done the critical. We've signed the free players from South America, and we are well within the way of hopefully doing the Continental, potentially doing the Premier League one. So it seems really strange that the rating has dropped that much. But we can only hope that in the new game that's fit. And apart from rejecting a couple more late bids for Bassi and Centellis, that's going to be it for this transfer window. We can now focus on the Champions League. Now the first leg against Marseille is going to be played in the snow, and it's going to be played away at the Stade Velodrome. They are playing a very aggressive formation in which I feel like we'll be able to expose, but they're going to have a lot of bodies flying forward at us. This is our 11. It is extremely strong. Hopefully they can get the job done in the first leg. Snowy one here in France then. Don't know how much that's going to impact the way we play football because we do like quite neat and tidy passing football. I don't know. It could have a bit of an impact for us, but I feel really confident. I don't think this starting 11 could have got much stronger. Maybe Rashford, but I feel like he's a good weapon in this one to have on the bench. And we know for sure they're going to leave spaces out wide as we fire in. Gio Reyna just couldn't sort his feet out quick enough. That was close to being 1-0, although we found Gio again now. He finds Hagen, and I tried to find that ball back across. But this neat passing against this weak defence, I think will really play in our favour. I'm McKinney now. Edge of the box. Just edge myself forward as I play that one into Hagen. Surely for 1-0. And it is a fantastic start then in the first half. I feel like we could get this one done quick. Our team is definitely superior to this Marseille squad. Vincent Cart out to Gio. And look, instantly when you win the ball, there's just gaps here. And they can't bring down Gibbs White. Gibbs White goes piling forward. Forces a great save from the goalkeeper. Nick Pope in net for Marseille. That definitely should have been 2-0. We have to capitalise on some of these big chances that they're going to give us and that we're going to get. If we don't, we leave them open. Now, Gibbs White loves a curler. Gibbs White loves a curler. His finesse shot is fantastic in this year's game. That's 2-0. Another nail in the coffin of Marseille now in France. Hopefully, we go on and bag another and another, and we could just make life as easy as possible for ourselves. So a corner for Marseille, a potential chance for them to get back into this. I back us from corners though, because we've got quite a bit more height than what they do. Chio loves a cheeky through ball as well, and Hagen is so bloody quick. Oh my god, it's straight at the keeper. Just had to pick an angle and go for it. Well, that's a good ball in. Oh my god, great save, Turner. We'll have the halftime whistle. Just calm stuff down. Get ourselves into the second half. Keep staying in this comfortable position. Should win headers. Don't there. Cancelo has to loft it towards RDT. Oh my god, ref, blow up. There we go, halftime. We can go in, we can reset. They started to come to life a bit there towards the end of this half. Both Gibbs White and Hagen having massive opportunities too to kind of just go through and seal this one, and neither took them. So that's really stressed me out. RDT blocked by Peshers, but wins it straight back, and now I don't know what to do. I feel like Bassi created enough of an angle, and then Turner saves them pretty much every time. They have made a substitution. Didn't quite see who it was. It's going to be Under. I mean, he used to be proper rated. Did Under. And then he underperformed. She's like, what I did with that there? And then he underperformed, and it didn't work out. Although McKinney underperforming there with that ball through is not ideal. We can't keep letting them have this pressure. And to Kurt, and to Hagen. Oh, Hagen played it way too late. It's a good goal. I don't see this counting. There's no way. Oh my god, it counts. I thought he was miles offside. That's going to count. That hits the back of the net. It's 3-0. It's Gibbs White this time, but I genuinely thought he was well off. Let's watch it again real quick. I mean, who's playing him on? I don't know, maybe the right back. Or I should say the right-sided centre-back. I think one more would actually mean we don't have to play the second leg. A goal back, though, could change things. So I've made some subs. It is some fresh legs. They will not be happy to see Marcus Rashford coming on the pitch, because he is so deadly. I brought on Jesus Ferreira as well, why not? And Richards, because I just love giving Richards game time. And Richards nearly played the perfect ball to Rashford. Oh my god. Rashford's going to win it. Oh, what's been given? I think it was a foul. Rashford would have been clean through there. Acres of space for him to run into. Richards found a great ball in behind. Rashford, can he lift that? Oh my god, Jesus! Oh, what a save from Pope. It was a tough angle. See if I can just knock something decent in here. Benton Kerr's got some height. He has. Put it wide. Richards finds Kubo. Kubo there. Finds Jesus Ferreira. Can he get in on the act? No. Straight at the keeper. We've done that too many times in this game. Kubo going through. Kubo made the right pass. Oh, it was a bit too much on it. Jesus still fires off the shot. Oh my god, Pope, what a save. Oh, Jesus steals it back. We're right at the end of this game. Jesus Ferreira can tie this leg up, surely. Jesus Ferreira will tie this leg up. It's a mistake at the back for Marseille. We're going to win the away leg 4-0. We should be cruising through now to the next round. Operation Win the Champions League is in full flow. After that great Champions League win, we did quick sim this game against Chelsea. It's going to be a 2-1 victory. McKinney with a brace, which is just outrageous. And the most important thing, it just keeps us on pace to win this Premier League title. Because as things currently stand, we sit top of the Premier League with a 10-point gap between ourselves and Liverpool. They've got a game in hand, but we are looking pretty set on winning that Premier League. After Chelsea, it was time to advance in the Champions League, and we get another victory. It's going to be 3-1. We see Gibbs White, Bentancur actually bagging a goal there, and Hagen. So trusty this season. They did score one goal from Aronson, but it was nowhere near enough. 7-1 on aggregate. And it's going to see us taking on Bayer Leverkusen in the quarterfinals. We've got Manchester City and Liverpool either side of that one. So the month of April is going to be pretty hectic. It's going to be another wacky formation then for Bayer Leverkusen, which I definitely think we'll be able to exploit. And the starting 11 is probably going to be pretty self-explanatory. It's going to be the starting 11 that we played for the first game against Monaco. I don't see any reason why we'd play anything differently. We played so well in that one. I'm gonna put some different bench players on, but apart from that, I do fancy us again to have a really comfortable result this time round. I feel a bit bad for Callum Grant. He's kind of gone out of the picture this season, but I mean, Hagen and Jesus Ferreira have just been on fire. We do have to watch out up top. They do have Karim Adeyemi, and he is a beast. They've managed to keep Florian Wirtz as well, so eyes peeled for him. They're a German side. I'm guessing they're going to press. Which, if they are going to press, boy, are they going to leave gaps for my players. Because we have such tricky players. Look at that from Ruiz. We'll play that one into Gibbs White. Gibbs White slides it into Gio Reyna. Gio Reyna, what a block. Oh, it's back to Ruiz. Hits it wide. But that's the kind of game we're going to be playing here with Bayer Leverkusen. There's going to be a lot of space for my attack. And this is the problem with some of these sides that we're playing against now in Europe. They just leave so many gaps. And if Bayer Leverkusen leave the kind of gaps that Marseille did, We will punish them. They do have a better squad, but we're going to punish them if they're going to leave those kind of gaps for me. Oh, this could work out. Hagen's got the pace. Hagen's in. Oh, what a save. Ruiz surely with a tap in. The two youngsters, the academy boy and the Messi regen, link it up together. We get a slice of luck. Let's be honest. We got a slice of luck there. It's 1-0 already in this game. I can't explain how fun, but how easy the game gets when you get certain players. And that just is the stage we've hit. We're playing these sides, man. If we were playing at Chelsea, where they've got so many bodies back, I would probably be struggling a lot more. But this formation is just leaving me so many gaps. I've got so much pace going forward. I've got so much talent in the front line. And my defense is strong too. They can hold up. We've given away a dangerous free kick, I guess you could say. We should have the height. I don't think we have the height advantage. Look at the bodies they've got forward. Get on that, Ruiz. And here we go. Pino. Livramento is going to go for the switch. Let's look at the space we have opened up. Gio Reyna pulls that one back. And again, Gibbs-White, clear through. Morgan Gibbs-White, clear through. 2-0. They're going to be so easy to break through. Genuinely. You just got to have a couple of really good passes. Slice right through them. There we go. 2-0. Let's keep going. I want to be able to sim the next leg, because we want to get to the point where we're playing the biggest of the big sides, the extremely difficult teams. We've been lucky with the draw so far. Gibbs-White as well, now he's like 87 rated. He's been such a key player. I don't know. Maybe we should do a vote on who's been the best signing of this entire series. I think it'd be hard not to look at Matt Turner and like Callum Grant, because I think we signed them pretty much Premier League Season 1. Like, Matt Turner was Premier League Season 1, or even maybe they had a year in the Championship. And those two boys are still here. So I remember when we first moved to the Prem, we had a bit of a dilemma, like who was going to be our starting striker. And Callum Grant just kind of won out, and deservedly won out. And look at him now. He's been unbelievable. Livramento now. Perfect. Hagen. Oh my God, if that goes in, game over at 30 minutes. That'd have been insane. Hagen has stayed down though. He looks to be injured. I have to hope that Hagen's injury isn't going to be a long one. But it's Leverkusen attack, which is where they are at their strongest. They've got some really good attacking players. Elmas hit that. Gio picks that back up. Cancelo. Play that forward to Gibbs-White. He's just not going to quite get there. Militao read exactly what we were doing, although they've made a massive mistake. Hagen, he's injured. Who cares? Hagen makes it free. We are walking this man. This does lead, though, to something that I hope is fixed for the next game, like next year's game. Some formations and some teams that you come against that play super aggressive do leave way too much space. Even though I've tweaked the sliders to make them tighter defensively, they're still leaving way too many spaces, way too many gaps for me to exploit. So I hope it's fixed. I hope like teams can adjust. They should be adjusting after we absolutely sliced through them with the first goal. Hopefully they should be adjusting to what we're doing, whereas they don't currently in career mode. So it's just a little bit more of the same, and I know how to break them down. I'm hoping that might be fixed, or at least fixed to a degree, where we see teams trying to adapt to the way that you're going to play. Kingsley Coman there. That is good play, but you're not getting beyond Matt Turner. Are they going to actually play the shot? They are. And it's not going to work out for them because Bassi does have some pace. Luis Diaz. Oh, that would have been nice. I can't believe Bayer Leverkusen have like Alisson, Luis Diaz, players like that. It's insane that we've hit this stage of the career mode and they've got those kind of players. That was a great first half, but I am going to have to bring Hagen off. Let's bring on Ferreira. Let's hope that he does well up top. I mean, he's been clutch for me all season. Let's mainly hope that Hagen's injury isn't long, because he's been so good. Florian Wirtz has done me. Florian Wirtz continued to try and do it all by himself. That is not how you win football games. Gibbs-White's ball to Jesus Ferreira. His touch is expected to be fantastic. Oh, no, I'm not going to get the instant ball in that. Thought I could with Ruiz there. They've signed Raspadori as well. Raspadori at one point was at Chelsea. I feel like Bayer Leverkusen just hoarded all these unbelievable players. Look, that's Chiesa there as well. This Bayer Leverkusen squad is ridiculous. They just played a smarter formation. They would probably be able to beat me. But just because they're playing this ridiculous formation that allows me to do stuff like this, where I could just pop in breaks like that. If Jesus Ferreira's touch there was better, but they've done it again. Look, that is fantastic. That just works perfectly. And if Gibbs-White hits that a little bit better, that's another goal. They've got such a good team. They're just lined up wrong. Although Luis Diaz did just come off for Joe Gomez. So maybe that is a reaction to try and shore up things at the back. But it's a reaction too late. 3-0 down. It is a bit too late. Ruiz. I just want one screamer with him. There's not a tap in. Bentancur nearly got to that. Militao's been good for them today. Lulu. Absolutely piling down. And then playing that one in. Oh my God, Raspadori makes it 3-1. There is life in this for Bayer Leverkusen. And we are not just walking our way to a semi-final right now. They finally started playing. Raspadori and well against Schurz, and Schurz isn't the quickest. Let's just kind of try and get bodies back. Livramento then. Don't let them get it across. I'm just trying to stop them getting it across. They rattle the crossbar. Oh my God, Pulisic scores a header. How, Cancelo, do you let Pulisic beat you? It's 3-2. Just like that. Oh my God. I thought there's a little bit of life in it. There's a lot of life in it. They've come out this second half. Just a different animal. Maybe they have adjusted to the way we were playing against them. I'm going out there now and trying to just eke out a fourth would be super important. Livramento. He can cross a good ball in to Jesus. Oh, that's really good defending again from Militao. He has been the difference maker this second half. He's not letting anything through. Marking up pretty well now. Oh, McKinney wanted Livramento. Didn't work out. Can I go into Bentancur? I can. Bentancur then. Jesus. Gibbs White. He holds off. Gio didn't really make the run I wanted. Gio Reyna letting me down. He just makes that run there. I feel like we were in. Oh, I feel so let down by that from Gio. Because that was perfect. We just cut them. Cut them deep. Gibbs White again. Loves the curler. Gibbs White again. He's hit the bar. Oh, on. How has Mateo Ruiz missed what is basically an open goal? On fire in the last episode. He was offside. I need to take more of those finesse shots with Gibbs White. 2 minutes added on. I feel like this is how the game is going to end. And I'm pretty devastated that it is. Because I feel like we've had all the opportunities in the world for it not to end this way. But we haven't taken them, and then we let them back in. And that's our own fault. 3-2, we're going to have to play the second leg. I got way too confident. It is good news, however, though, on the injury front. It's only going to be 5 days for Hagen. So he'll probably be back for the second leg. He will miss the Man City game in between, though. And speaking of the Man City game in between, we've been forced into some rotation due to tired legs. It is all about the Champions League, but we do need to win this game to keep on that push for winning the Premier League and the Champions League this season. I firmly believe we can do it. It's a strong Manchester City. They currently sit in third. Let's not let them close the gap anymore. We must lock in for this one. I feel like we must. They're going to play pretty similar to Leverkusen. We know how deadly they are. We know how dangerous they are. Foden and Haaland are knackered, though. So will that play into my favour? Hopefully. Opting for Reggie Cannon. All that pace in the back line is what we need. Bassi and Cannon. But I feel like this is one step closer to the trophy, because they have gained on us a little bit, and we do still have Liverpool to play again. So if we win against Man City and we win against Liverpool, I feel like we probably have won the Premier League. Phil Foden going in here early on is not ideal, but look at that from Bassi. Just found Kubo. Kubo might find Jesus Ferreira. I did not see a flag. I did not see a flag. Jesus Ferreira, sorry. I did not see the flag. He goes flying through. What a ball from Kubo. There has been a few clutch moments from Kubo this season. A few. But I do feel like if he hadn't got early injuries a couple of seasons ago, he'd have been a mainstay in this 11. Ball over the top to Foden's good, but I don't mind them playing those balls over the top at the minute. Get Phil Foden running. Get him running as much as possible, because as long as he continues to have to make all these runs, all these pump balls over the top, he's going to end up being knackered. Now, the problem is with this one today is they actually do have a bit of height. That from Richards is fantastic. Is that going to... Oh, he's off. This time he is off, surely. Yeah, I was going to say, that was nailing us clean through. Wow, they've dropped down to 5th for Man City. That must have happened just before we played this game, because I checked like a day before the game, and they were 3rd. I mean, 3rd. So they have dropped down a little bit more. They are not having a good season. And to be honest with you, now compare their squad minus a couple of players, compared to that Bayer Leverkusen team, they're nowhere near as good. Anna Silva fires that one in. Oh, that was good. Kubo. Oh, Phil Foden. That is not going to be anything. Kubo stayed down. That's going to be a knock picked up. How has the ref not given anything there? Well in McKinney. Someone get to the football. Oh my God. How have they come away with this? How have they come away with that? Matt Turner, massive save. Kubo's going to have to come off. Kai on. I'm happy with this sub. Kai is a very, very good sub. But I just feel a little bit hard done by. And Man City are growing in strength in this game. Kai. Oh, that's beautiful. Rico Lewis. Go on then, Rashford. I wanted Rashford. Rashford stopped running. Although he's going to make the run now. Marcus Rashford. Oh, that is stunning. 2-0. Marcus Rashford with a goal. He'll love that with them being a rival. But what a bloody good cross that was from Rico Lewis, ex-Man City player. Finds the target of Rashford here perfectly. And I was a bit annoyed at the start because he didn't make the run, but fair enough. That near post header coming in clutch. They're pretty decent this year in the near post header. Good ball to this lad who is playing pretty well. Erling Haaland. Don't fancy him from a tight angle. I don't fancy him from any angle. Oh my god, Riquelme shanks it wide. We was offered Riquelme at one point in a swap deal. Might have been for Gio. Can't remember who it was for. Oh my god. Haaland, get him off, ref. Get him off. What's it going to be? It's got to at least be a card. It's a yellow. It's only a yellow for Erling. We've got a late free kick. It's 2-0, but we know already there's so much time in this game left for them to get back into this one. So I don't feel too overconfident, although that was absolutely perfect. Jesus. Oh, what a save. This Man City squad has been depleted so much. A lot of the Prem sides have, like, some teams have either bought players or some teams haven't. I wonder if that's, like, built into the game. Like, look at the business that Bayer Leverkusen has done and then the business that Man City's done. It makes no sense. Well, Man City being forced into an early sub in this half. They're bringing on Sheldrup, who should have progressed pretty well. Yeah, he's 86 overall. He'll be extremely good. I'm still surprised, though, that Haaland and Phil Foden are still on the pitch. They should be knackered. Feels like so far so good this second half. Like, Man City are tiring. They're not as good going forward. I think once they make major substitutions, that might change, but we forced them into being tired, and Riquelme keeps missing the target. I'm so glad we didn't accept that swap now. He looked like a really good player, did Riquelme, but really working out for him today against me. It's just not his day. They'll drop now, finally getting on the ball for them. This side with Rafinha, I don't feel like has been exploited enough. As Haaland gets a touch, they've still kept Haaland and Foden on. And it's just so apparent how tired Phil Foden is now. I'm loving every minute of it, but it's just super obvious, Juds. Oh, that was nearly perfect. Although Centellis now can have a big impact. He's going to whip that one across. That's great. Oh, McKinney just couldn't get there. Phil Foden turns. Gives it to Riquelme, whose day it has not been in front of goal. And who I am very little worried about. And Phil Foden's shot is set by Turner. Well, they brought the goalkeeper up. I've had a goalkeeper score against me this season in a bit of a weird fashion. The goalkeeper scored now. That would be very strange. He's going to get a second bite, though, here. He's been marked by Sully Guy. They might know each other, him and the goalkeeper. Oh, this could be very dangerous. This could be very dangerous. Play it in. Oh, if I could have just got that through to Richards, we could have fired off a shot that would have killed off this game. But instead, we've given Phil Foden a chance. And Matt Turner, as ever, always saves me. See what their keeper can do again. It's going to go in towards him. And I am just going to get this one clear. Jesus Ferreira can't do much with it. Richards can't do anything with it. Oh, he can. He keeps it. Keep going, lads. Keep going, lads. And Bravo just couldn't get to it. We are expecting the full-time whistle at any moment. And this is going to be a massive victory against Manchester City. It is 2-0. We stay top of the Prem. Hopefully, we edge the gap a little bit more when we can beat Liverpool too. That's going to be a bigger ask in the next episode. But top spot for now remains ours. The problem is Manchester United have a game in hand and are on 66 points. And Liverpool have 2 games in hand and are on 66 points. This title race is going to go down to the wire. Now, next time out, we're going to have a blockbuster end to the season. We'll play Bayer Leverkusen in that next leg. Hopefully, we beat them. Find out who we play in the semi-final. We're going to take on Liverpool as well. There is potentially Arsenal in there. Will we win the Premier League? Will we win the Champions League? Let's find out in the next one. I'm going to do one huge episode to finish it off. Who knows how far? It might not even be a big episode if we get knocked out of the Champions League. But one giant episode just to finish this series, just to finish the season. I'm going to get that to you as quickly as possible. I appreciate each and every one of you. I can't wait to continue this journey together when the new game comes out. Thank you very much for watching, especially you guys that are still here diehard at the end of the game cycle, still watching these videos, still liking them, still giving me that motivation and that boost to keep putting these out there. Thank you very much. I will see you for the next one and the final episode of FIFA 23.